Today is the last day for Don't Look Back's Cursed Crate at Blacksite Studios. Please go check it out. And you can get a miniature of Seth Newton dressed as a pumpkin. I'm going to play a game with him as that pumpkin, and I hope that he meets his fate. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blastercaded Painting. This is video 2 of Halloween Day, and we're going to be painting Seth in a pumpkin costume. So, Blacksite Studios has made a lot of different Seth characters for the game Don't Look Back, which is what we've been doing all month. And yep, today it's pumpkin. It's Pumpkin Seth. And if you don't know what Don't Look Back is, please, I encourage you to go back and look through some of our videos this month. We have been painting Don't Look Back all month. And over on our other channel, Blastercaded Playing, we have been playing Don't Look Back. So please, take some time if you have it and go and watch it. We have had a lot of fun painting and a lot of fun playing. And not as much fun editing. There's been a lot of editing this month. But, that's life, I guess. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's paint Seth in a pumpkin costume. First thing I did was give him a spray of gray all over. Then we grabbed some peachy flesh here. And yeah, we just put this all over the flesh, obviously. We're going to show you all the contrast colors we used first. Then we will go in and bring him to life a little bit more. But yeah, peachy flesh first. Then we're going to take some warm orange. I really like this color. I didn't think I was going to, but it turns out I've used it actually quite a bit. Anyway, it's going all over the pumpkin with not doing the stems or the leaves at the top. Then we're grabbing some desert sand next, and this is going all over his khaki shorts. He's that kind of guy, khaki shorts kind of guy. I wear them to work, but I don't like them. Then we're going to grab some winter gray next, and this is going all over his knee-high socks. Yep, he's wearing knee-high socks. I was encouraged not to make fun of him for being a nerd with the last video he did, so I'm really trying not to. Knee-high socks. Then we're going to take some camel brown next, and this is going to go all over his shoes. Nice, sensible walking shoes for the wonderful night of Halloween. Next, we're taking some nuclear sunrise, and this is going all over his hair. So he's a ginger's, but we got to make it different than the pumpkin. So yeah, nuclear sunrise. And vivid green next, this is going all over the leaves sticking out of the pumpkin. And if you watch here closely, he will fall directly off. Yep, right off the base. So now I'm just holding them. It's one of the things that I have a problem with 3D printed models. Sometimes they do not want to stick to the bases very well. Also, I rush things quite a bit, but he sat there for days, 2 days, glued to that base, and he was fine. So, yeah, just glue him back on and keep going. I'm taking some black here, and this is just going to go inside the nose, eyes, and mouth of the pumpkin. It's okay if we get it on the teeth for now. So if your plan was to just throw him on the table, you could paint the teeth and his glasses, his watch, and his flashlight and be done. Just throw him on the table and play. It doesn't have to be that hard. If all you're looking for is some colors on the table that's going to look fine 3 feet away, you're done. But we're going to take it a bit farther because that's what we do here. Take things further. So we're taking some lime green next, and we're going to do a layer up on our stems or leaves or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, edges and kind of get in there and keep the recesses. We're going to add a little bit of ivory into that, and then just do kind of the tips and the very edges. Boom. leaves are finished. And while we have that ivory out, just knocking those teeth and his shoelaces, but I'll show that later. And we're going to grab some Nova Orange next. And that's going to be our first layer up on his pumpkin. I have to say it that way. I can't not say pumpkin that way, apparently. Yeah, but it's going all up on there. So let's grab some more ivory here, add that into our Nova Orange, and then we'll do another layer up on the pumpkin. It is a ridiculous costume, to be fair. But I want it. We're going to take some pale blue next, and this is just going to be our first highlight up on his knee-high socks. Because he loves knee-high socks. And we're going to take some snow blue and do another layer up on those knee-high socks. And then, yeah, we're done with the socks. It's nice to be done with his socks. Next, we're grabbing some green ochre here, and this is just going to be a layer up on his shoes. And, yeah, just layer up all the lightest spots and leave the recesses dark, like we always do when we're layering. And then you can grab that ivory and do his shoelaces real quick. Next, we're grabbing some lava orange here, and we're just going to do a layer up on his hair. Again, we need this to look different than the orange on the pumpkin. So similar colors, but they have to be different. We'll add in a touch of ivory, and we'll do another layer up. Boom, different. Then we're going to grab some dark sand next, and we're going to do a layer up on his khaki shorts. Man, is it like, why is he wearing shorts on Halloween? Like, that's what I do, but most people don't. I wonder if the knee-high socks are... Could he only wear the costume with the shorts? It doesn't matter. We're going to take some sunny skin tone, and we're going to do his first layer up on all of his skin. So, forehead, tip of the nose, chin bone, cheeks, you know, all this. I guess it's not chin bone, it's just called chin and cheekbones. Good grief. I'm gonna learn how to speak better, and obviously his arms and his hands. Next, we're taking some basic skin tone, we're adding that into our sunny skin tone, and we're going to do another layer up on all of the skin. So this one we can be more selective. A little bit of the forehead, cheekbones, and chin and nose. Tip of the fingers. You know, we can not go as far with it as we did our last layer. Then we're taking some warm skin shade and some speed paint medium, and we're going to use this all over his skin and his hair. So, boom. It's like 3 drops of skin tone and 8 drops of medium. We're doing the same thing with the voodoo shade and speed paint medium. This is going to go all over his shorts and his shoes. Same thing with the fugan orange. This is going all over his pumpkin. So anywhere where the pumpkin is orange, that is. Stay away from the leaves, they look fine. And we're going to take some ironclad gray next. This is just going to go on his flashlight, his watch, and his glasses. Pale blue once the last color has dried, and just dot in the lenses of his glasses as best as you can. Some yellow for the bulb of the flashlight and the rim, and he is done. Now, what do you guys think? What a ridiculous miniature that we just painted. I'm really glad that we were able to get the trick-or-treaters that we painted, and we painted the dinosaur, and then Seth dressed as a pumpkin. I feel like he's been sent out to take the kids trick-or-treating. You know, like he's the older brother, but he's still into it. Or maybe he's the babysitter, but like he's still more into it than the kids. That's why he's dressed as a pumpkin. I really think it's such a fun group of miniatures that they gave you in the Cursed Crate. You get a really cool new killer for the regular game in 1698, Don't Look Back. You get the trick-or-treaters. Seth is a pumpkin. It's a great collection of miniatures. And, like, I don't have a use for Seth as a pumpkin other than Don't Look Back. I can't imagine there's another game I'm going to use that miniature for, but sometimes it's just so much fun to paint something regardless of what you're going to use it for, just to paint it, and this is one of those cases. And as always, we want to thank our Patreon supporters, Charming Grenade, Richie Fender, LK, Blasterboy Mike, and Stuart Drake. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and happy Halloween. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. We still have one more today, and you guys have a great and happy Halloween.